Hello and welcome, my lovely Gemini. Gemini, this is your weekly intuitive energy and card reading for the week of January 20th through 26th, 2020. Remember, time is merely a pretense. This could be past, present, and or future energies. And remember, Gemini, that the stars you were born under are not personality programming, but the lessons and experiences you can expect in this lifetime. So please do hang around for the entirety of the reading, because like a good fable or fairy tale, there may be something in there for you. Of course, take what resonates and leave out all the rest. My lovely Geminis, what do we have for you this week? Well, just to let you know, all that hefty full moon, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. The solar eclipse, the eclipse was in Cancer. The full moon eclipse was in Cancer, which is the opposite sign of Capricorn. So we're still technically working with the same energies. We also had that Saturn conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. We're going to have Jupiter in Capricorn the entirety of the year. So it's all this energy of where we belong, our CEO roles and goals kind of thing, our callings and all that stuff. Heavily weighing on us for the first 3 weeks of January. It's been hard. It's been tough energy. When Venus moved into Pisces, there was something about that energy that made life a little tender, a little more heartfelt, a little more breathable. I haven't been able to read. As a newbie reader, it was very hard to share my energy. I'm still working on protecting my energy. But it's also, my nose is already picking up on stuff for you, Gems. You're ready for this sun in Aquarius come Monday the 20th. We also have the Aquarius new moon on the 24th, Friday. So definitely make your intentions. Your intentions should follow all those clues, all those things you felt you had to fight for in the first 3 weeks of January. That's a clue as to your direction. Anything you had to defend, any doors you had to close, any doors you felt like you had to open. That's what your intention should be focusing on. And Aquarius is a very eccentric sign. It's very, but it's also head over heart, eccentric yet logical, not desperate in the least bit. It's your friendly air sign. So I'm sure you'll be excited to feel that energy coming in. I feel the relief from that first 3 weeks in January. I don't think I mentioned it to everyone, all readings, but definitely know the third Monday of January is a huge suicide day across the world for various reasons. Who knows why? I only know that because I have lost 2 people dear to me in that time period, close to that time period, to suicide. So basically keep your eye on people, because that's how tough the energies have been. It's so that we're coming into the relief of those energies, getting out of those energies, and finally, 6 of Cups in reverse at the center of your reading here. Gems. Finally getting into the meat and potatoes of really working towards something. I mean, what was last year and the year before was years of realization. So much realization, so much adjusting. Hanged Man, Hermit, Virgo energy. Virgo season was really sincere this year. August, September kind of energy, I believe. Yeah, it was after Leo season. It was hard just because Spirit was like, we got to get everybody's head together before we get going on the new year on this hefty Jupiter in Capricorn. Remember Jupiter, that big in Capricorn, big daddy energy. Jupiter's big daddy energy, Zeus energy. Capricorn's big daddy energy. So we're going to have to big daddy our lives, Gems. And I think you've taken it more seriously than any other sign based on the readings I've done for you. So let's get to it. Me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling. This is my charismatic gift I share with you with unconditional love and, of course, gratitude. And that is why I thank you now for all your likes, your subscribes, your views alone do help the channel. I do sincerely thank you for sharing your energy with me. It does help me, and I hope it helps you. I think it does, otherwise you wouldn't hang around, loves. So what do we have for you, Gems? At the center of your reading, I do have the 6 of Cups. 6 of Pence in reverse. This does mean that there is a give and take relationship that is draining you. There's something that's not working. You're coming out of something with less than you should be. And, but to start the reading, the energy you're bringing into this reading, I think it has to do with work. Three of Pence is the work card. The work card in reverse means, yeah, it ain't working out so well. Work is a little off. And the reason it's off is because it's to the Hierophant. And the star card is the next card, the Aquarius card. The Aquarius season. Remember I talked about how eccentric Aquarius can be. They're the weirdos. They're the ones that think they came from outer space. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Who cares? But guess what? That's the energy you're pulling on right now come Monday. And being the Hierophant, normal business, and following the traditional path ain't working for you, because your Three of Pence comes in right before it and says, it's not working. This work sucks. It's flipped me up. It's out of sorts. I have a wish, a dream that I'm hanging on to. And this energy is, I know the gods, the divine, the stars shine down on me and my dream and my hope and my wish and where I want to be. Unfortunately, the traditional path is really interfering with that right now. It could be because you are not making enough money to keep a roof over your head or make your car payment or even car insurance. It's that sense of going the traditional path that everybody wants me to go doesn't work for work. With Three of Pence, the work card, it's not working. And you keep going back to this dream, this hope, and this angel, and this bathing and healing. You know, there's a healing that's coming about. Mostly, I don't usually spend this time on past energy or energy you're bringing into the reading, but there's this sense that you can't abandon that dream because you're not going to make it on the normal path, which doesn't surprise me, gems, being a fellow air sign. Four of Cups in reverse. It's not what you want. Cups are empty, kind of depressed, kind of low. This is like none of my cups are full. And of course, that's because you're being drained of your value. Now, being that the Hierophant is above this card in the spread here, and the moon in reverse is underneath, you know you're being drained of your value because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not chasing your dream. You know when you chase your dream, you make bigger money. You know when you chase your dream, you're more successful. You know when you chase your dream, you can be working a 8 to 5 job as a big-time attorney or even a CEO and make less money than you would chasing your dream and hustling your dream just because your heart isn't in it, gems. Just because it drains you, your value entirely. It puts you in a place where it looks good on paper. It's a big saying this week. It looks good on paper, but it ain't good. But the paper shit. You want to work from your power. This Knight of Swords is very exuberant, enthusiastic energy, taking out that sword ready for battle kind of thing. But because you're an air sign, because this is you, Gemini, this is you saying, I need to work for my own personal power. You people need to stop pushing me in the direction that you think is best for me. What you thought when you were 20 years old, 30 or 40 years ago, that should be doing to get going in life is not the same. I've repeatedly said this. You cannot demand that your children or people younger than you go the beaten path that you have gone. The world is not the same as it was 20 years ago. I only know this because now I'm 42. I have a 21-year-old son, and he's, I can't tell him to do it the way we were told to do it, because that path, it's not just the beaten path, it is the defunct path. It's a lousy path. It's not really working out for the people that even chose it then. So you kind of got to let that go, in that you must go. Very spiritual book coming up in my brain, The Road Less Traveled. You should pick it up and read it. I'm trying to think if there's anything in there that should not apply to you right now, but the whole point is That's a very spiritual book, but if you apply it to your physical world, which you should, spirituality should embrace your physical world, your pentacle world, especially a world that is demanding you take that road less traveled, not the normal work way that everybody else is going. You should take a look at it, read it, and indulge it, and take those lessons, because you know there's a fire under your ass. This is more than a fire under your ass. This is the way to your kingdom. This could be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your energy. You have a lot of major arcana in your energy. 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. And 2 peeps. But it's you're looking at what it's going to take to build an empire. And I have the moon in reverse here. And the Justice card. There is a bit of legality, a bit of adjustment that needs to be made at the end of your reading here with this Justice card. It doesn't feel like a divorce. It doesn't feel like a love reading. It doesn't feel like a settlement. It feels like a balancing, an equity, an adjustment of what your life needs to be. And basically it's, hey, I can't be what everybody else wants me to be. I can't be what everybody thinks I should be. Even though I have amazing skills in a certain direction, like I said, people oftentimes, doctors, lawyers, leave their careers at certain points, even great successful points, due to burnout. They'll call it burnout because that's fancy. That's a nice word. Your psychiatrist will approve of it and not lock you up for it. But in that burnout moment, just because they know they've been able to push themselves heartily down a path that wasn't right for them. And that's kind of what happens. You're going to end up being that way if you take on this this empire building energy. This is like, I can fire it up. I can do it. Gems, man, this is like, I can do it. I can do what you want. And I can be, I can sell houses. I can work in escrow. I can be a lawyer, a doctor. I can open up a company and become CEO and a billionaire. Sure, I can do those things, which may line up with your dreams just fine and dandy anyway. You, Gems, have this energy about you right now in this time, in this season of Aquarius that's popping up, to push yourself to the limit, to be able to get yourself through. You can get yourself through a medical degree right now if you start it right now, even if you have no desire to be a doctor. I hope that makes sense, but you're kind of like, but it's going to turn out badly. I'm going to end up in a lawsuit. It's also the kind of feeling, it's going to have to be adjusted later on. Whatever you kind of jump into right now, even though you have this power, this emperor power, this king of fire power to just drive forward and even possibly go that own way, some of you will make that option. You will take that path because you're tired of being broke. I do feel that. And you're tired of being a little empty. And you do feel a little empty. It's like, I want to build up my coffers right now. I want to add, some value, some actual physical 3D world value to my life. So some of you are willing to go those journeys, to take that path that's going to create abundance for you in a more traditional, Hierophant kind of way. And so it's not bad. It isn't bad because we all do need to eat, especially if you have kids. And you'd like a nice cozy place to stay where you could turn the heater on. But you're not going to let go of your dream. Oh, don't think I've let go of my dream. Don't even dare believe that I have given up on this, is what you're saying. And I do believe some of you are saying that, don't worry. Just because I'm going to start making millions now, the traditional way, because I'm that kind of a hustler. My God, Gems, your chutzpah, your charisma right now is off the charts. But you're deciding where to apply it, either traditionally or to your dream. And either way, that dream ain't going nowhere. Your dream, you will come back to it. You will go this path, but you're eventually going to leapfrog back onto the path of your dream. So don't think I'm giving that up. It's It's the kind of energy that's just, not gonna lie, it's very sexy, especially in a man. High value woman, high value man. This is that energy. Like, I may be working in this office now. I may be a CPA right now, but you better believe I'm going to be playing in my own band, you know, like Aerosmith in my 90s. If I have to, because that's going to happen. Gems, a self-assertion. You know what's right, Gems. It's probably, oh, you know why? Spirit is saying, oh, it's gems. It's, sometimes they let one twin side be in charge. Sometimes they let another twin side be in charge. It just depends on what they need. And right now, they kind of need a little more stability. That explains why you had a 4 and a 6. Very stabilizing energy. 3 of Wands. Planning. Spirit says plan. Plan accordingly. You're not going to go the way you want to go to start. As I said, a lot of you are going to choose the path of strategy, the path of planning, the path of least resistance. Just because you need to, Queen of Wands, you need to, it's that solution. You need solutions is what the Queen of Wands is. You need a little more behind you before you can get a little crazy. And then the 8 of Wands, which is, again, planning. Spirit is like plan, strategize, aim. I'm going to take these numbers here. This 3 is a planning card. 6 is a strategy card. It can be in his card of escape, but in cartomancy, it's typically a victory that where you do kind of lose something. It's like a Pyrrhic victory. It's a, what is the, it's a victory where you had to, like, you kind of had to take a loss to take the win. But then you have this 8 of Wands, which is absolutely setting your mark. These are all planning cards. These are true planning cards. Setting it up, lining it up. I feel like some of you are even building. This is the major solution. You might be flipping yourself upside down. Your idea of how life should be lived is going to be flipped upside down. But that's because you need solutions. That's because there are needs, aspects of your life right now that you just can't ignore. And sometimes that's rent. And I feel that. I feel that 3D-ness coming in. Especially with the 3s here, it's the interference of 3D life, not cheating, you know, not your mama, but it's basic. You're just not going to be able to be without. And you're not even talking like golden pillars and stuff. You're not even worried about that. Even when you chase your dream and you begin to live it, no matter what age you are, you are going to, you still don't even need gold halls. It's just going to be, there are things I just like to do and like to have and like to want and things I want to do, and I'm going to do them. I'm not going to get to do it in the order I want to do it. And it's just a level of maturity, but you guys have a lot of fight here in terms of this may be happening now, but it ain't going to happen later kind of feeling. It's just really taking care of yourselves. And I've really felt this energy from you for about 6 months now, where you just need, you're realizing that in order to have everything you could ever want, both sides of yourself, both twins, there's just going to have to be some sacrifices. And this is, like I said, this is that win. You're going to win with this 6, of course. But it is a win where it's a little bittersweet victory. Sometimes you don't get everything you want right away, but you'll take it for now. You'll work on the rest for a little later. All right, thank you, Gemini, for sharing your energy with me. This was intense energy. You guys got a lot of fire, and your asses better use it wisely. All right, please like, subscribe, share, comment, tip, or donate if the spirit moves you. Everything is in the handy-dandy box below. And, of course, have a great week. My lovely Geminis, my tough babies.